Hello, friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my YouTube channel. That's Christiana Gaudet Tarot on YouTube. And I am also simulcasting on Instagram. Nice to see you. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. I'm here, as I am most Saturdays, to do the Saturday Psychic Sampler. That's where you ask a specific question and I give you a specific answer. Friends on Instagram, thanks for being here. Nice to see you. If you would like to ask a specific question on Instagram, I will handle it. If you'd like to come over to my YouTube channel, that's Christiana Gaudet Tarot on YouTube, I will be able to interact with you more directly and you'll be able to see the cards. Okay, friends on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. And let me start out by saying thank you for your generosity. I see super chats and super stickers from Von Ray, Cassia, and Claire C. Thank you so much. Super chats and super stickers are ways you can support this channel, and I really appreciate it. You can also support this channel by becoming a member, and so I want to give a big shout out and internet hug to all of our members here. You can tell who the members are because their names are in green. And you can tell who has been a member for more than a year because I just got you a new emoji. So I'm playing with actually it's a badge. I'm playing with badges and emojis. So members, if you've been a member for more than a year, notice that your badge has changed. I'm not sure I love it. It may change again. I'm playing. So it may change again. And members, you now have more members-only emojis. I'm playing with that too. Here's the truth, and I'm not going to lie. I've learned how to make them myself, and I'm not a great artist. So let me know. Use them. Let me know if you like them. I'm going to make more. I might replace the ones we have. I'm playing, okay? And it's fun for me to play right now, so let me know the ones you like, the ones you don't like, and let me know what emojis you don't have that you want, or the concepts that you like but you want them to look different. Let me know, and let me know if you are liking the new member badge for a year or more. It's big fat star balloons, but I don't know that it reads really well at that small, so I might give you another kind of sun. We've been doing suns, so I thought it'd be fun to go from suns to stars. But now I'm not sure if I love it, so you let me know if you love it, or if you think I should just go to a bigger, fancier sun, which I could certainly do. So let me know. All right, it's Saturday. We do specific questions. I'll take them in the order in which I see them. So let's get going. The first one I see is Adriana. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. Oh, and to let you know, I am working with Spiral Tarot. And those of you who have been here before knows what that means. That means that in a certain kind of way, your Tarot Fairy Godmother is feeling lazy. Lazy to the point that I want to work with a deck that I know really, really, really super well. So that's what I'm doing. All right, here's the question. I'm going to a wedding in Frankfurt at the end of the month. What can I expect from my 4 days in Germany? What a great question. Let's take a look. A little bit of chaos. I don't know if it's problems with travel or problems with reservations, but a little bit of chaos, but it'll be fine. You know, so if there is chaos, don't worry, it will be fine. I think the wedding will be really nice. I think you'll see some people that you enjoy. Things that you're worried about, probably if they do happen, it's not going to be so bad. I think it may be chaos in travel, it may be chaos with logistics, but overall it's going to be a nice wedding. You will see some nice people. You will probably be sad when you have to leave. So I think it'll mostly be a good time with a little chaos thrown in for good measure. All right. Smile Soul 20, nice to see you. Good afternoon. Thanks for being a member here. Baby Cakes, nice to see you. And now you're making me hungry for ice cream. And you want to know something weird? I used to hate ice cream. It was not my favorite treat, and I love sweet treats. And now I'm all about it. I love ice cream now. That's not a good thing, you know? Like I didn't need one more sweet treat to love, but, you know, there we are. All right. Here's the question. Will I be able to find a different good job soon? It depends what you mean by soon, my friend. Be careful that you don't jump out of the frying pan and into the fire. You should be looking for a job and you will find a good one, but it might take a little longer and you might have to say no to one, or you might take one and not like it and have to get another. But probably by the time 6 months have passed, you will be in what you would call a good, different job. All right, Von Ray, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. And thank you for the super chat. I've been thinking of going live on social media. Yeah, I know something about that. To talk about me and my books, but not sure if people will show up. Should I do it? So as a person who does a lot of live stuff on social media, I'm just going to tell you what I think, and then I'm going to read the cards. And what I think is, if you do it and people don't show up, then you just act like people are there because the recording is still there. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And of course you should do it. That's what I say. Let's see what the card says. Betty Perryman, nice to see you. I see your question and I will get to it next. Thank you so much for being here. All right, Von Ray. And again, thank you for being a member and thank you for the super chat. So first of all, if you go live on social media, will people show up? At first, probably not. And that's going to make you feel weird because you feel like you're talking to no one, which technically you are. But if you do it and you keep doing it, then people will start showing up. Will you build a following? Oh, heck yeah, you will. It'll take time, but it'll happen. And will it help you build your brand and your business as you want to? Yes, 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 yes. So don't worry about people not showing up. I can guarantee you people won't show up at first, but then they will. And then you will build, and it will take time, and you must be patient. And you must remember that the social media personality that you develop will not be everyone's cup of tea. But for the people that love you, they will love you and they will be there. And I'm the same way. I've got like 1/10 of the followers that some people in my niche have. But is there really anyone in my niche? Because what I do is build very organically and I talk to people very personally. And I think you're going to be more like me. You won't have the biggest numbers, but you'll have quality. And I like quality over quantity any day of the week. And I think you're the same. All right. So, Betty Perryman over on Instagram. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. My new business, anything I didn't see. Okay. So anything you need to know about your new business that you haven't already figured out. There's definitely going to be some ups and downs, and it's going to be a lot of work. And it is a really good idea and likely to be really prosperous. So if you've seen all that, then you've seen what you need to know as far as I can see. All right, and congratulations. Back over to YouTube, Gemini Sun. What can I really do to change my mindset so I can start living to my fullest potential? So I'm going to say something and then I'll read the cards. And the older I get, the more I'm going to be that person who says, well, let me tell you something first. And I appreciate your indulgence on that. But here's what I know. When we talk about changing your mindset so you can start living your fullest potential, it is not a thing that you do and then you do. It's incremental, a little bit at a time. And you have to be okay with that. And once in a while, you'll have those big breakthroughs, those big aha moments, and those are delicious and wonderful. I had one of those probably 6, 7, 8 years ago that was like, oh my gosh, that's so good. But that was after incremental ones over a period of 30 years. Maybe you can do it a little quicker than I did. So now let me read the cards. What can I really do to change my mindset so I can start living up to my fullest potential? Be more fair with yourself now. Be more defensive of your time and have better boundaries. Boundaries are important. recognize your value and your skill, heal from childhood wounds. Just those things, just those little things, seriously. And that's why I say it's incremental. But you'll do it. All right, Jeannie Mnuchin, so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Okay. In preparing for Open Studios, does it make sense to do a selection from American Stink Bug and short older pieces, just older pieces, or just American Stink Bug? All right, it's a multiple choice question. I love it. Okay, so here we go. Let's give you the shuffle. Am I making someone cringe? Oh, I hope. Oh, I hope. Okay. Selection from American Stink Bug and shorter older pieces. Just older pieces. Or just American Stink Bug. The first, selections from American Stink Bug and some shorter older pieces, both. The first one. First option. Have fun and good luck. Nalini Kalu, my good friend, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for having your emoji game on. And I got to scroll down and see if anyone has taken me up on show me how the new emojis are working. But before I do, let me answer your question. Will reopening my henna business be the right thing for me to get my finances flowing, or should I be doing something else? Okay. Also sort of a multiple choice question. Let's take a look. You love the henna and you're really, really good at it. And I remember talking to you and feeling like your henna ancestors, like not biological ancestors, but I had a huge breakthrough in talking to you, Nalini, recognizing that there's a certain kind of ancestry that comes not from blood, but from affinity and from trade and creativity and tradition. And you have that. So no matter what, you should do the henna. And it will be profitable for you, but it will take time. Should you do something else? You know, yes, because you need money right now. I feel like it's not one or the other, my friend, but both. I think you have to do both. You have to have another job, what I call a jobby job, what some people would call a muggle job, and reopen the henna business. And then when the henna gets good enough, you can get rid of the muggle job. That's what I think you should do. Cassia, I'm so happy to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for the super sticker. Glad you're here. My transfer from Amazon, Georgia. Okay. Got it. I understand. So you've put in for a transfer from Amazon, Georgia to Amazon, Orlando. I would love to have you here with me in Florida for sure. This transfer is not guaranteed. You're in fear and anxiety, hoping it works out. Will the transfer happen? Will you get transferred to Amazon Orlando? It may not happen right away. I think it will happen, but it may not happen right away. It's a matter of timing. It will happen, though. So I'm not sure how that's going to work in terms of timing, but I do believe the transfer will ultimately happen. So there you go. And you might have to do some other things in the meantime, but it'll work out in the long run. And I'm so glad you're coming to Orlando. All right. And I want to say thank you to Melissa Grosso for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being here and thanks for being a member here. Okay, next up, Katie Kondo has been a member for 6 months. Yay. And she has a question. I've been feeling a lot of tingles lately, almost pins and needles when I'm in a particularly high vibration. Is this a sign from spirit? And of course, you know, here I come in trying to be funny. Or are you having circulation issues? Let's take a look and see. The tingles. And we know, paying attention to how our body feels. And like I do this whole thing about what does the truth feel like? And tingles is part of it, right? So, what are these tingles? It is specifically a sign from your Father that He is working with you and other spirits as well, and it's leading you toward mediumship specifically and feeling messages from spirit and spirits and other people's family members in spirit. It's really about leading you toward mediumship. Claire C., thank you so much for being a member and for the super chat. Have a fun weekend. So I haven't driven the new car yet. And I've been in a position where because of an exposure, I had to quarantine away from the babies. So I haven't seen the babies. I'm working this weekend. I get to see the babies on Tuesday. And I do get to drive the car tomorrow, where big deal, but it is a big deal for me. I'm going to the eye doctor and getting new glasses, which for me is like a huge freaking deal. So I will have a fun weekend, but mostly I'm having a fun weekend working and talking to you. Betty Fleischer, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using a members only emoji. Sarah, okay, now I get to see what the TFGM looks like. Needs some work. I can see it needs some work. Thank you for showing it to me. Now I know what I need to do to fix it. Right, see? And Gemini Sun, I love it. I'm going to make it better, and I know how to make it better. It pixelates a little bit. Sarah, thank you for using it. Nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. All right, DeAndre, nice to see you. All right. Next question that I see. Ben, Libra does tarot. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. I declined an offer working for a psychic line. I hear you. Didn't feel like a good fit. Did I make the right choice? My friend is making me second guess it. So now here, I'm doing it again, man. Tell me, maybe we should have an emoji that says, just shut up and get to the reading. If I need to. If you're happy to have me share snippets of personal wisdom, I will. But if I'm talking too much, you can say, TFGM, you are talking too much. But here's the thing. I worked a psychic hotline in the 90s. I was a Dionne Warwick psychic friend. And it sucked! And back then, I had to put a second line into my home. I had to get all this equipment. And it was not... it's good practice. I got good practice, and that was good. And in Fortune Stellar, my book, I actually recommend doing it for good practice. But there's other ways to get practice. So, okay. So we're just going to say, should you, Ben, Libra does tarot, work a psychic hotline, you were correct. You were correct, you were correct. You can find other ways to get the practice. You do not have to do this. Okay. Melissa Grosso, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thank you for the super sticker. Okay. 2 questions. Yeah, anything for you, my friend. When will my former boss stop trash talking me? We need to put a spell on her. I'm sorry. No, but seriously, we could just put tape over her mouth. That's not bad. We could bind her. Because it's still happening. And when will I move to a new place, buy a house? Okay, so when will my former boss stop trash talking me? Excuse me, it will happen. And it will happen when she starts to see the truth. And the truth is that it's hurting her more than it's helping her. Because, people know. The people who know that she's ridiculous and she's wrong and it reflects poorly on her. And when she figures that out, she'll stop. Now, so in a way, you want her to do it more because the more she does it, the more it reflects poorly on her, the more quickly she'll realize that it reflects poorly on her, and then she'll stop. Now, moving to a new place, buying a house, that's an interesting question. I mean, you could do that like relatively quickly. You could do that within the next year to 3 years, depending on what you want to do. So the power to do that is within your hands. Right now, property values are weird, but the power to do that is in your hands. And so that's up to you. Lots of different ways to look at that, but it's yours if you want it. All right. And if you're just joining me over on Instagram, thanks so much for being with me. I am simulcasting from my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet Tarot on YouTube. We're doing specific questions only. If you want to ask a question, you can do so on either Instagram or YouTube. If you want to see the cards, you got to come over to YouTube. Next question, DeAndre, nice to see you. Okay, so DeAndre, the rules of your Saturday Psychic Sampler. Specific questions only. No, I cannot tell you something in general. Is it in my psychic power to do so? Yes, but then I'd be breaking the rules. So, try again, my friend. Ask a specific question. And thanks so much for being here. Santiago, so nice to see you. How is it going to work out on my new YouTube channel that I want to create? Any advice? Sure, let's take a look. You have to really craft your brand and your personality. You've got a good idea and it's something a little different than what you've done before, and I like that. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of time, and you're easily discouraged. And if you get easily discouraged, then it's going to be hard. But if you stick with it and you craft it and you build it, it will build slowly, but it's a good idea. It's a really, really good idea. Ask your ancestors for help. Be patient. It could take a good 2 years to get it where you want it to be, but it's worth doing. Just be creative about it and have fun and really promote the heck out of it and really think about how you're crafting your brand and your persona. Okay. Claire C., nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thank you for helping out with Super Chat. Really appreciate it. This is disturbing. I had a dream I had a dream that had several references related to a tree with a tree trunk on a kindergarten project, logs being stacked in a car, and a wooden boardwalk along a river. Well, that's not really that disturbing. I thought it was going to get more disturbing as we went along. It's not really that disturbing. What's the message? A tree trunk on a kindergarten project, logs being stacked in a car, wooden boardwalk along the river. So there's a lot of wood here, right? A lot of wood. And I think it's you figuring out what you want to build in your life. I think it's that. I think the fact there was a kindergarten project is a reference to the fact that you were a teacher. Logs being stacked in a car is you thinking about traveling or moving. And the thing is, I think the fact that it's wood and it's logs, you want stability, but you also want flexibility and to be on the journey and to be in the next chapter. And the wooden boardwalk along the river is really recognizing that you are making a next chapter. You are moving in a next chapter. And there's a part of you that likes that, a part of you that doesn't. Because again, you like stability and security, but you also want motion. So the real question, and the real question this dream poses, is how can you have stability and security and still have forward motion? And the answer is, girl, you already do. You already do. You just need to know that you do. You need to sort of partner with the right people. And if there's anyone or anything, living or dead, whispering in your ear, telling you that it's scary, well, maybe it is scary, but it's okay. It really is okay. And that's what you need to know. All right. I hope that was helpful. Katie Kondo, thank you so much for the very generous super sticker. Really appreciate that. Okay, Martha Vink, this is a church-related question. Should I write to the Good Lord. Okay. Should I write to the bishop concerning an injustice being done to a colleague friend, which has also besmirched my reputation due to lies being told by a new pastor? So there's a new pastor who is besmirching you and also committing injustice to a colleague. Should you write to the bishop? So there's a few questions here, Martha. First of all, like, how much damage is really being done to you? It's not nice, but it's not terrible, because a lot of people know it's lies. It just hurts. And to your colleague, it's worse. To your colleague, it's worse. Should you write to the bishop? I think your colleague should write to the bishop. And here's the thing, and this is a hard thing to say, but in a way, the bishop likes you and recognizes your legacy in terms of you and your dad. But this may be hard to hear, but I'm going to say it. The bishop also sees you as a little bit of a problem child for a lot of reasons and in a loving way, but also a problem child nearing retirement. And so I don't think it should be you. I think it would be better to have your colleague write the letter. That's my thought. All right, Sarah, nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a member here. We really appreciate you. A question about your parents' relationship. My mom is craving more attention and affection, and my dad has a hard time showing her love in the way she wants. They told me they're doing better, but are they really? I mean, they've been together all this time. They do really love each other, and yes, they probably are doing better, and there probably are problems there, and you probably see the problems, and those problems will probably always be there. But yeah, they are doing better. Okay. Maria Barisi, happy Saturday to you. I'm hoping for a fresh new start for myself and for Anthony. I'm having hopes of putting house for sale this week. Is this a good start? You know, I tend not to swear on this channel. So I'm just going to say, F yes it is. How about that? Yeah. I think it is the right thing. Without question, I think it's the right thing. So yes, good for you. Denise, my husband and I are back together for our agreed last shot. Do you see us being okay, or are we wasting more time? So first of all, okay, before I do the cards, me talking to you, you can't look at it that way. And no matter what, whether it works or doesn't work, it's not a waste of time. Because if you have to walk away from it, you both want to walk away knowing that you did your best and tried your hardest. So it's never a waste of time. This is not about, is it going to work or is it not going to work? This is about, we are going to give it our best shot. So the first question is he in it, ready to give it his best shot? He is willing to change if he can, but there is a lot of hurt and a lot of damage, and he has a lot of personal stuff that he hasn't really healed from. So I hope you each have a therapist, and I hope you have counselors together, because he is really willing to try and change, and he really wants to, and he doesn't want to lose you. But he's got a lot of baggage and a lot of hurt, and he hasn't done what he needs to do to heal. So there's that. And then we look at you, and you just want security. You want to know for sure that this is going to work, because you've already put a lot of time and energy into it. And you may have some people whispering in your ear telling you it's not going to work, but you really want it to work, but you don't want to be stupid. You don't want to feel like you're the stupid one, believing in him again. And so I think you have to recognize it's not about stupidity. I think you have to recognize that you're giving it another shot because you care, but you have to understand that there is a problem. And I think there's a problem with him. It might be a psychiatric problem. It might be just a hurt from the past problem. It might be a cultural problem or a how he was raised problem or whatever. You both have to work on it, but he has real work he needs to do. And whether this is going to work or not depends on whether he can do that work. So the best thing you can do, is encourage him to do the work he needs. But I know you both want it to work, and that's a really good start. All right. Sarah, thank you for not cringing, right? I know, I gotta do the shuffle. You just gotta shuffle, right? You gotta do it. Okay. Ace Sage Guidance, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. What is the 8-8 Lionsgate portal on Monday, everyone? Bringing into my life. And we know the Lionsgate is open, throughout Leo season, but strongest on 8-8. And what will the Lionsgate portal bring into your life? That's beautiful. And actually, I think it's not all of Leo season, but it's a lot of it. It's open now and remains open after 8-8, but it's at its strongest on 8-8. And what it brings into your life is a real opportunity to get past a lot of your negative self-talk. I wonder if you have issues with depression, with anxiety, with, sort of dark imaginings, with FOMO. I feel like there's a lot of ways that you just self-talk yourself into like the worst story possible. And this is an opportunity for you to speak more kindly to yourself, to tell your story better. Jeannie, thanks. That's what my pendulum said as well. Well, when I can agree with the pendulum, it's a good day indeed. All right. Christina R., so good to see you, my friend. I am down to, just over scrolling. Hang on. Here we go. I'm back. I'm down to 3 exams in the next 3 days. Then I have almost 2-week break. Besides focusing on finding a clinical location, what else do I need to focus on while I'm on this break? Well, and first of all, in terms of exams, I feel like the exams are actually going well. I feel good about the exams, and the Empress comes up again. Before I interpreted the Empress being about the clinical location, which didn't come forward as quickly, but maybe it was just about rocking your exams one way or the other. That's good. And finding your clinical location during this time, you will. It will be fine. It will, I promise. And what else do you need to focus on during this break? Good self-care, good habits of good self-care, exercise, do yoga, be out in nature, and just take good care of yourself in terms of how you eat and how you sleep, and try to take care of yourself and love on yourself a little. Seriously. And I need to say thank you to, is it Aprilia? Did I pronounce it correctly? I'm sorry if I did not. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I see your question, and I take them in the order I see them. So thank you for your patience. I will absolutely get to you in order. Thank you. Ali Mammon, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. What are the issues between a family member and me? And can I work around or through it? What does she have against me? So this particular family member, and now of course is a time when I'm in danger of talking a family member, but let's say this particular family member is a family member and doesn't really make an effort, I think. I think there's jealousy here. I think this person feels you receive greater favor in life or in the family. So I think it's coming from a place of jealousy. You can be patient with it and you can make it work better. What you have to do is not take personally the way she is. Like if you just rise above it, I don't actually know if it is a she, yeah. If you can just rise above it and not let what she does bother you, and just kind of keep being nice and sweet like it doesn't bother you, first of all, that is going to piss her off so much. And apparently piss is a word I do say on this channel. Like, do I swear or do I not swear? I do say that. And what she has against you, I think, is simply jealousy, and I think she has a bad personality. I'm sorry, but there it is. And so if you try to confront and have boundaries, it's going to make it worse. And I'm a big fan of boundaries, but it's going to make it worse. If you just ignore it and push past it and just be really nice and really sweet and not let it get you, that's going to bug her so much. So that's what you should do. And it might help. It might actually make things better. Okay, Ben Lieber Does Tarot, thank you for showing me the new ones. So I'm going to tell you that I'm going to keep the BQ. I think that's working, the burning question. The others, I like the concept, but I'm going to rework them. I'm going to rework them now that I understand how it looks, because I can't really see how they're going to look until you show them to me. So now I understand. I know how to rework them and I know what to do. So thank you so much. We're going to be having fun with this over the next couple of weeks, because here's the thing. I am a lousy artist, but I love to create. So I found lots of ways to create where I don't have to actually do art. And when I have to do art, it frustrates me because I'm not good at it. But now I see what to do and I can make it better. And I know exactly how to do it. So thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. And the feedback I'm getting is the concepts are good. And Nalini, thanks for using the thank you one. Very good. Very good. So I know how to fix them. So thank you so much. All right. And Melissa, thank you for the congratulations on Evie, the Ioniq 5, our new car. And it's a transition too, because John and I have been each having our own car for a while now, and we don't really need it. It's better for us to have two family vehicles with each with a different purpose. So now we're sharing both cars instead of each having our own car, if that makes sense. So that's going to be a whole new thing. But, you know, I mean, eventually we're going to get to a point where we only need one, right? I mean, you know, there it is. All right, so there's all that. All right, Gemini Sun, Cassandra's question, and Cassandra's a member here. We appreciate her so much. How can I supplement my income from home online for fast pacing, paying off my credit card debt starting today? Honestly, you're a teacher, and I feel like there's got to be a way to teach or tutor online. Is there something else you can do that would be easier, quicker? Yeah, here's what it is. You need to work specifically with your English skills. Doing copyright, copy reading, editing, copy editing, line editing, editing. You get paid per the word. And right now, self-publishing is booming, and people need editors. You need to be an editor for self-published authors. Seriously. That's what I think. All right. Okay, so we're getting love for the personal wisdom. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Because, I mean, I have now been on the planet for a few years, so I'm happy that I have some personal wisdom that people want to hear. I appreciate that. All right, thank you. And Ben, love sharing personal insights. Good. And thanks for the reassurance. Yes, seriously, Ben. Seriously. You were right. Okay. Christine Anna Marie. Can I know what happened with Lama and Furter? Did she have problems or just leave? All right. There was a problem, but I think it's okay now. But there was a problem. Okay, Melissa Giovanni, do you think it's a good idea to live alone without my mother and sister? If you were to live alone without your mother and sister, it would be hard, but it would be a good opportunity. I say yes, do it, but recognize you may get some pushback from people. So it may be hard and lonely at first, but I think it's worth it, yes. Okay. Katie, very well could be both. Got it. White Magic Witch. Will I be able to move country before the end of the year? All right, and thanks for being here. It may not be before the end of the year, but it may be next year. But it will happen. Okay, DeAndre, thanks for coming back with a specific question. Starting school in 2022 or January of 2023? January of 2023. Okay, Sun Spirit Tarot. Will Lily cause me trouble at work, or do I just need to ignore her threats? I'm sorry you're going through that. That's hard. That's hard. Okay. Lily's a problem. And it's going to keep going. It's going to keep causing trouble. What should you do about it? I think you have to find a way to fix it. Either make friends with this person, find a way to make friends with this person, find a way to fix it. You have to, no matter how egregious this person's personality is, you have to find a way to get on this person's good side in some way. Or find a way to change situations, because it's not going to go away. All right. Oh, Katie Kondo, sometimes it's the best part. Don't stop giving us doses of wisdom. Cool. Thank you. Okay, CVXN. I'm sure there's a way to pronounce that. I don't know what it is. Do you think Kat will reconcile with Maria? Okay. Here we go. Sorry, I just overscrolled. Do you think Kat will reconcile with Maria or not? If yes, when? I think there will be a reconciliation. And I think it could happen within the next 4 to 8 months. So I think it is happening. Claire, you're welcome. Sarah, yeah, you're welcome too. Thanks, I am doing very well. Okay, and Maria, thank you. Jeannie Mnuchin, what's the Lions portal? So I have to brush up on it. I wasn't really familiar with it either. It's just shown up on the internet in the last few weeks. In the last few years. It has to do with Sirius. And an opportunity. It opens up opportunity. I'm going to read up on it, and I will speak about it tomorrow in the morning during the 3-card weekly reading, or I might come back on and do a special Lionsgate portal live. I'm not sure. I'll do a video on it. And by tomorrow, what I mean is Monday. Or maybe I'll do a video tomorrow for Monday. I don't know. But I have to learn more about it, and then I will share it with you, and we'll do a special reading on it. Okay, so Aprilia, I did pronounce it correctly. It's a beautiful name. Thank you. And hello, glad you're in Australia. Excuse me. Thanks for being with us, and thank you so much for the super chat. How does Chanel feel about me? She's a Libra and I'm a Gemini. No contact in 2 years. But thinks highly of you. Even though there's no contact, thinks highly of you. There's definitely a connection here. But it's one of those connections where nothing may come of it. There's a connection there between the two of you, and that connection always exists. You feel it, she feels it. But even if you were to reach out, even if there were to be a conversation, I'm not sure anything could really happen. I'm not sure it would really work. So know that the energy you feel is real, but I'm not sure anything can come of it. Oh, Christina, yeah, you do that. You keep that all up. Okay. Okay. And there's a couple of more questions here from Aprilia. But it's all really about the same topic. I usually won't do more than one question, but since you're new to the channel and I hope you subscribe, I hope you like this video, and thank you for the super chat. I am going to answer these because they all relate. Will you marry T? You could. You could, but there's a part of me that says, I think you should give it a little more time to make sure you're really compatible in the long run. And your ex and your son's dad wants to get along well with you and is angry with you, but basically respects you. How about that? All right. Okay, Denise Woods, he wants to know what hurts in baggage. Okay, I am going to go here. And again, I won't usually do more than one question, but here we go. He needs to see a counselor as well. He has to. His hurts and baggage stem from, I want to say, stuff having to do with his father, childhood stuff. And the fact is, like, he's got a really good heart. He means really well, and he really loves you. There's no question. But he doesn't acknowledge the things that have happened in the past, in this marriage and in life, that have hurt him. You know, he's trying so hard to be strong that he just sort of believes that these things are not an issue and doesn't want to talk about them and doesn't want to deal with it. And so that's why he really has to be in therapy. But I think there's stuff that goes all the way back to the past. Okay. All right. So from my perspective, I've done every question. If I accidentally missed you, I am so sorry. I do apologize. Please reiterate. If you haven't asked a question and you are here and you want to ask a question, it's a good time to do so. I'm going to sign off on Instagram. Friends on Instagram, please follow me and come to my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet Tarot on YouTube. We do a lot of fun stuff here. Thanks so much. Signing off now. All righty. Okay, so my people on YouTube, StarCon tickets are available. You can just go to the website, starcon.com, STAARCON.com. If you're coming in person, get your hotel now. Hotel rooms are going so fast, I can't even believe it. So get your hotel rooms now. Get your StarCon tickets now because there's a limit. There is absolutely a limit. So get your tickets. If you look in the description, you can see my link tree. You can find out everything you need from me and also StarCon. Okay, I see a couple more questions. I will do them. Jackie Masters, thanks for being a member here. How do I see the rest of the year for you? You know, I think you are really working and trying on building a sense of stability. And it is getting better. Things are getting better. And that's what you need to work on. Sometimes the stability is not what you have around you. It's what you have in you. Jenny, how is this weekend going to go romantically? I don't know if it's like the most romantic. There will be some important conversations. There will be some important people. But I feel like there's more to the picture than romance, is the way I see that. Jackie, looking forward to having you at StarCon. I got to get a StarCon emoji. So I'm going to be working on my emoji game. Now I've seen what I got to do. I'll be working on that. So we'll definitely check it out again when I come back on Monday, and I'll get some work done on the Lionsgate for you. All right, my friends, I appreciate all of you. Oh, and members. There's a new members only video up real quick. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. Oh, and I posted a picture of little Miss Aubrey on the community thread. And Allison reached out and says she's turned a corner and she's doing much better. So keep it up, folks. Keep up your prayers, your magic, your energy, your good thoughts, your love. Keep it up. It's working. My friends, thank you all so very much. See you soon.